Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
And welcome back, everybody, to Intensity Broadcasting. My name's Josh Hall, and we're here back at Las Vegas Motorspeedway for the original Rebels Sunday Night Truck Series Championship Race. That's right, we've got our Championship 4 ready to do battle here yet again. Let's take a look at our Championship 4. Zach Wedstein, Garrett Kinder, Christian Dedman, Aaron Adcock. Again, these four are, doesn't matter where these guys finish at all, or if they win the race. It only matters where they finish in relativity to each other. So the highest finishing racer tonight will be your champion. I'm sorry, I can't talk tonight for whatever reason. But yeah, so you've got your Championship 4, Zach Wedstein, who's won a ton of races this season. Garrett Kinder, Mr. Consistency, Christian Dedman, and Aaron Adcock, your top four. And we know who the chat's going to be cheering for. We know Zach Wedstein has a lot of fans that don't comment in the stats here, but we know that he's out there. Garrett Kinder's got the big crew, as well as Aaron Adcock. Christian Dedman, kind of the underdog here tonight, I think. So we're going to have to see how this plays out here tonight, as we've got about a minute and a half left in practice, and currently Jamie Barkas is your fastest car tonight. Then Patrick Drabick, Chuck Phelps back in third. How about that? Garrett Kinder, your fastest out of your playoff drivers. We're going to have to see how this rolls here tonight, as we saw a little bit of drama in our first race. A couple of our playoff drivers getting caught up in a very early wreck, actually lap number 1. Having to take resets on lap number 1 and changing their entire mantra of the race, how they ran the race, their whole strategy. So we're going to see how that works here tonight, as we see a couple drivers, like we saw in the first race, did not change their name. So I know this is Spencer Gay out there, but it says Jaden Day Gay. He's got the picture up there. So unless I don't know, and Jaden's driving the car tonight, we'll see. Jim McLennan also currently on track. We've got about 30 seconds left in practice before we get racing here tonight. Let's take a look in the chat. We got a bunch of people congratulating Andy on the championship. Andy Kurtz was your champion from the Outlaw Series tonight. Won the race in the championship. It was a hard-fought battle. All Championship 4 drivers were battling hard with each other at one point in the race, so we'll see that again here tonight. Kevin Kinder already says hello, and let's have a good one tonight. Go number 13. As practice has just finished, we're getting ready to qualify. And qualifying, I will be spending a lot of time looking at our Championship 4. Let's see who one of the first cars to roll out on track is among the 4. Zach Wedstein is on track. But not rolling yet. There Zach goes. So Zach will be our first of the 4 championship drivers qualifying here tonight. And as I mentioned in the first broadcast, a lot of character here in this Las Vegas track. It's a very bumpy track. You'll see, as we saw in the first race, it's really easy to catch those bumps wrong, shoot up the track, and cause an incident to happen. Zach starts his first of 2 qualifying laps here. He's going to go right down on the bottom line to begin. down the backstretch he comes. Christian Deadman already up into the second spot. Zach across the line for his first lap. He's going to move up to the pole currently. And he's going to call it quits with just one lap. So Zach's going to think that's going to be enough to do it. See who else is out on track currently. Well, it says Samuel Drabick, although we know it's Patrick Drabick. See who else is out on track getting ready to make their qualifying attempt. Kyle Roberts out on track. He's going to come across the line. He's going to move up into... He's just taking his first lap. I apologize. So two of our drivers, championship drivers, have made their qualifying attempt. Just waiting for Aaron Adcock and Garrett Kinder to come out on track. Scott Roberts is going to qualify 5th. There's Garrett Kinder in that 13 big frig machine. See who else is here in the chat here. We've got Ratchet Miller saying, all right, fellas, let's race. 13 drop the header and let her at it. And then Derek Chaput comes through with Fronek for champion. Kevin Kinder says, good looking truck. You know, Garrett always has some of the best looking trucks out there. He's going to come across the line here on his first lap. He's going to jump up to the pole and he's going to shut it off, just like Zach Wetstein did. So we've got about 5 minutes left, 5.5 minutes left here in qualifying. See if there's anybody else here who's going to make their qualifying attempt. Charlie Elmore waiting at the end of pit road. Aaron Adcock still yet to qualify. Derek Chaput is cheering for Paisley. That's his daughter's name. See Josh Lukenbitz out on track. Lukenbitz coming across the line to start his first lap. Pegleg Feltz also out on track, making his qualifying attempt, and Charlie Elmore. Right down on that white line through turns 3 and 4. Lukenbitz, known as the Super Speedway King. This track's going to run a little bit like a super speedway at the beginning. He's going to jump up into the 8th position, and he's going to shut it off here tonight. Let's take a look, see where the peg leg does here. Across through turns 1 and 2. And down the backstretch. Peg leg running a little different truck here tonight. great looking truck, that 75 machine. Honoring all the veterans here, as Veterans Day was just a couple days ago. Peg leg up into the 11th position. And he's going to shut it off here after just the one lap. Mickey Isaac in the 1. Although you see a different name and picture up on the screen. Again, we did have our kids race that was broadcast here on Intensity last night. So a couple drivers not changing their names and pictures before tonight's race, which is fine. I know who they are. Mickey up into the 14th position so far. And Aaron Adcock just coming out on track to start his qualifying attempt. As Mickey comes off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch. Cross the line, and he's going to stay in that 14th position. Aaron Adcock out on track. And you'll notice just how bumpy this track really is as he comes through turns 1 and 2 here. Right down on the apron, see if he runs a second lap. As he comes through turns 1 and 2 here, you'll see that track really bounce around right here. You see just how bumpy it is right there through that portion of track. He's going to shut it off here with just one lap, qualifying in 12th. And those bumps right there through on the bottom through 1 and 2 are really easy to upset the truck and lose speed. But through turns in 3 and 4, you can kind of run those bumps to your advantage, get the truck a little out of shape to carry the speed through the corner. A lot of guys might start to migrate up to the top side of the track. You'll see that here tonight too. Maston Adcock said, loving that paint scheme. That is a great looking paint job on that truck. Take a look at this paint job here. We know in memory of Bobby White Jr. Great looking truck here on this 23 machine. It's always great when you can honor somebody with a paint job here on iRacing. It's a neat thing. We saw the same thing with Tracy Passons in the first race. As we know, Tracy wasn't here last week due to a death in the family, and it's good to see him here tonight. Not having the race that he wanted to have, but it's good to see him nonetheless. So we got about 24 seconds left in qualifying here. That's not going to be enough time for anybody else to roll out on track. Let's remind you of your championship 4 coming into tonight. Zach Wetstein, Garrett Kinder, Christian Denman, and Aaron Adcock. Again, you don't have to win the race. You just have to be the highest finishing driver out of those 4. So let's take a look at your starting grid. And as always, your starting grid is brought to you by Magic Mike Motorsports. And tonight, your peg leg pole winner, Garrett Kinder, in the 13 machine. Starting second, the 4 of Zach Wetstein. Second row, the 07 of Patrick Drabick, and Jamie Barkus in the 15 rolls out in spot number 4. Jesse Necula, they'll be rolling off 5th with Christian Dedman, another one of our playoff drivers, in the 6th position. Then Jeff Paisley in the 7, he'll be rolling off 7th with Josh Lokovitz to his outside to complete row number 4. Kyle Roberts in the 35, he'll be rolling off 9th with Jason Day in 10th. And then Chuck Feltz and our last playoff driver, Aaron Adcock, back in row number 12. 13th spot belongs to Jim McClendon with the 5 of Brett Grunwald to his outside. Then Mickey Isaac in the 1 and Davy Jones in the 10 machine. Todd Schott in the 00, he'll be rolling off 17th with Charlie Elmore in 18th. 19th was Jason Lotridge and Sam Wetstein rolling off in 20th. Then Spencer Gay in the 69 and Brandon Wallace in the 99. Tyler Rice and William Griffith back in 24th. 25th, you find Alex Veith, Josh Oswald in 26th, Mike Veith in 27th, and Charles Stevens Jr. round out the field here. As we get ready to race here for a championship at Las Vegas. So the pace car leads him down the backstretch. Garrett Kinder will lead him down to the starting zone. Zach Wedstein on the outside. The Goat Locker boys sitting back in the second row. Pace car is going to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. As Garrett Kinder leads him down to the starting zone. Green flag is in the air. And we are racing here at Las Vegas Motorspeedway. And a great race already as Garrett Kinder and Zach Wedstein are going to be side by side into turn number 1. And oh, we got one getting loose there. We saw Dravic getting loose down on the bottom side, much like we saw in the first race, but he's able to hold on to it. Although caution is out. We've got a big wreck in the back. It looks like Brandon Wallace having some issues in the back here. Spencer Gay down pit road. Brandon Wallace hard into the inside wall. And that's going to bring up our first Gidner Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. It looks like it starts with the 10 of Dave Jones. So let's roll this one here to see exactly what happened here. Oh, the 10 of Dave Jones just gets loose. Catches Chuck Pegleg Feltz. Comes back up the track. Almost catches Sam Wetstein. Brandon Wallace, hard contact with that 10, sends him up and over. Jason Lotridge involved as well. We see the 12 of the Bulldozer coming through, and then we see Brandon Wallace getting it straightened out. Then losing it on the grass and coming through pit road here. So a tough break for that 99 machine as Garrett Kinder is going to continue to lead here. Stacy passes Adcock, says, "Let's go, Aaron." Also, Connor Adcock says, "Let's go, Aaron Adcock." As the lights on the pace car are off. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, and refire them here at Las Vegas. Just like we saw early on in the first race. An early caution here. Fortunately, this time, all of our playoff drivers able to avoid it. Aaron Adcock is up 2 positions, up into the top 10. So all 4 of our playoff drivers currently in the top 10. Paul, thank you for tuning in and watching with us. We appreciate it. And of course, if you guys are watching, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and share. If you know anybody who might enjoy this race tonight here, this championship race, don't forget to share it with your friends. As the field works their way off of turn number 4, pace car is going to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Green flag is back in the air. Another jump here for Garrett Kinder. Gets way out in front of Zach Wettstein. And Jamie Barkus now trying to get around Wettstein as well. Now we know Wettstein is really good on the long run. So we'll have to see as the run wears out how this is going to work. Jeff Paisley already up a couple spots, moving himself forward. Aaron Adcock looking down underneath Christian Denman to get around the playoff drivers. A couple playoff drivers battling here. Moving Aaron Adcock up into the 8th position. He's continuing his march forward. So he didn't have the best qualifying attempt, but definitely having a great run here to move himself forward and advance himself up to the championship contention. Up front, Garrett Kinder has a mirror full of Jamie Barkus, and Jamie's going to look down to the inside. They're going to be side by side down the backstretch. Barkus, oh, gets into Kinder. Kinder gets turned. Wettstein gets a little piece of it as well. They're all stacking up. Christian Denman gets through. No caution. But playoff implications at their finest as Kinder has a lot of damage to the right side of that, or left side of that truck. Zach doesn't look like he's got any damage. But Christian Denman right there on the back bumper. And Aaron Adcock now, your highest running championship driver, up into the 3rd position. So a great save for Kinder, but he slides all the way back into the 8th position. They get a lot of damage to the left side of that truck. Is he going to be able to continue on? Hopefully that damage doesn't hurt his chances too much. As Kinder is now your lowest running championship driver. So he's going to have a lot of work to do to get himself back up towards the front. Meanwhile, up front, Aaron Adcock has just gotten around the 7 of Patrick Drabick. He's trying to set his sights on Jamie Barkus. So Aaron Adcock wasted no time getting himself to the front. The poorest qualifier out of the 4 championship drivers. Currently the highest running out of the 4 championship drivers. With Zach Wettstein sitting back in 4th. Christian Denman back in 5th. It's a lot of racing left. We saw this in the first race. A couple playoff drivers getting shuffled to the back, and they had an opportunity to win as Aaron Adcock has now gotten around Jamie Barkus. That 23 machine is setting sail here early in the race. There comes Marcus back down to the inside, trying to retake that position back. Aaron Adcock doing what he can to keep himself up in front of Zach Wetstein and Christian Denman. Again, points don't matter. Leading laps don't matter. All that matters is finishing ahead of everybody else. Now those Goat Locker boys lock up with each other here. They're trying to get back around Aaron Adcock. Back to third, although Zach and Christian are coming pretty quickly. The coach giving Zach the big push. Again, not a super speedway, but he can draft and run like one. With these two racing side by side, punching a big hole in the air, that's allowing Zach Wetstein and Christian Denman to catch right up to this lead group. See the 84 Jesse Nekula making his way back up through here too. Now Aaron Adcock back up into the second position, back around Drownick. Garrett Kinder still sitting back in 8th, working on the inside of Jeff Paisley. But the damage on that left side of that truck is really cutting into his speed. He's really not able to make any moves. Now he's going to get underneath Jeff Paisley here. Try and take that 7th position away as we got another battle up here at the front. Drabick back to the inside of Aaron Adcock. Oh, a little contact between the 707 and the 23. Now Jamie Barkus starting to pull away a little bit as these guys continue to trade positions lap after lap. And oh, we see those bumps push the 23, wash him up the track, almost into the side of that 07. So those are the bumps I was talking about in the pre-race. It's really easy to get those bumps wrong and wash up into the car next to you. As Zach Wetstein has now made his way up into the top 4 here. He's caught right up to Aaron Adcock. Christian, the coach, Dedman right there behind as well. Jesse Nekula following through as well, trying to get his way up here. How about some big movers so far? Josh Oswald, the Jet, up into the 10th position. Up 16 spots from where he started. So Josh Oswald having a great run so far here tonight in the early going. Alex Veith also up 11 spots, running the Mullet Mafia. The only truck I've ever seen with a mullet on it. Aaron Adcock now trying to get a run here again on Patrick Dravick. Just not able to get that run. Battle continuing to go on here. Zach Wetstein kind of hanging back a little bit, saving his tires. Again, you just have to be there at the end. You don't have to win the race. You just have to be the highest finisher. And right now, Aaron Adcock, Zach Wetstein, the class of the field, they're starting to pull away from the coach a little bit. Christian Dedman sitting back in 5th and falling back just a little bit off our leaders. And Garrett Kinder, with all that damage to the left side of his truck, in trouble early here in the early goings of the race. Brandon Wallace, after getting caught up in that first incident, moving his way forward. Currently up into the 16th position as he's looking to the inside of Brett Grunwald. Battle back here. Josh Oswald continuing to move forward, looking to the inside of Kyle Roberts. Take away that 9th position. And here comes Jim McClendon in the 18, trying to make it 3 wide for a second, giving a big push to Josh Oswald down the front stretch. And Sam Wetstein right behind as well. Aaron Adcock now has Zach Wetstein all over his back bumper. Zach trying to take a look to the inside, now looks up to the outside, back down to the inside. Oh, contact. Aaron Adcock with some hard contact from Zach Wetstein. He's going to slide back, much like we saw with Garrett Kinder earlier. Take a look at what happened here as we take a look back, and great save for that 23 machine. No real damage, so he's going to be able to continue on after losing all his momentum. Getting passed by Jeff Paisley here. Oh, Garrett Kinder making a big move down to the inside of Paisley. So even with all that damage, Kinder trying to make his way to the front. Yes, Kevin, there is one fast repair for these boys. So we'll see if Garrett's going to have to use that here on his pit stop, or if he's just going to try to save a little damage, or save some time, save that repair for later on in the race. I think it's not a bad enough damage where, Jeff Paisley gets real loose, bounces off the wall, allows Kinder on by. I don't think there's enough damage there to really use your reset, your fast repair. I think if we get a caution, Garrett might come down and just get the damage fixed, because it doesn't look like the damage is really impeding him. It is slowing him down a little bit, but it's not enough to send him to the back of the pack like we saw earlier in the first race. So Zach Wetstein up to the 3rd position, Christian Dedman back and forth. Jesse Necula all over the back bumper of Christian Dedman. Christian pushes up the track just a little bit. Necula trying to get the run underneath. Not able to do it. Now Garrett Kinder all over the back bumper of Adcock. Again, I don't see any real damage on the 23 machine. Let's jump on board here with him. Now that hood of that car looks clean. So no real damage to that 23, so he's going to be able to continue on. Getting sideways like that may have just gotten that rear tire, right rear tire, just a little mad and heated up. I expect we should see is some green flag pit stops in the next 10 to 15 laps. Jamie Barkus continues to lead here. And out to almost a 2-second lead over Patrick Drabick in second, and then Zach Wetstein back in the third position. Speaking of Sam Wetstein, we see him right behind this battle between Kyle Roberts and Josh Lukovitz. Sam having a great run, up 7 positions from where he started, up into the 13th position. So we got a battle up here for second. Zach Wetstein looking underneath Patrick Drabick. He's going to take that position away. So now Zach up into the second position. Jamie Barkus, though, continued to pull away. Garrett Kinder still all over the back bumper of Adcock. Jeff Paisley in the mix here as well. Jim McClendon all over the back bumper of Josh Oswald as well. We saw Jim having some speed here in this run, and here he comes looking down to the inside. Josh Oswald. As they battle side by side for 9th and 10th. Christian Dedman under attack now from the 84 Jesse Necula. As they run side by side, Necula gets around. That will put championship drivers 5th, 6th, and 7th, with Zach Wetstein up in second. And we saw in the first race just how critical tires could be. We'll have to see if any of the playoff drivers or any of our championship drivers, try to run a little different strategy here. Maybe kind of short pit to get those tires, get out for track position in case there's a yellow that comes out later on. As Garrett Kinder looking up to the outside of Aaron Adcock. Now drives it down the hill to get to the inside of Adcock as they're side by side down the backstretch. Brent Grunwald must be listening to the broadcast because he's the first car to come down pit road. As we've got a great side by side battle here. For the 6th position, Jeff Paisley trying to get himself up into this mix as well. Adcock, though, with a great run on the high side, able to get back around Kinder, and here comes Paisley looking down to the inside of Garrett Kinder. Jesse Necula and Christian Dedman still battling side by side. And as they do, it's allowing Aaron Adcock and them to catch up, while Patrick Drabick continues to pull away. Alex Veith with a battle here, moving himself up through the field. Just got around Todd Schott. He's trying to get around Brandon Wallace next. See a bunch of cars under a blanket here, all battling for position. Christian Dedman does keep does stay up in front of Jesse Necula here. Garrett Kinder and Aaron Adcock continue to draft with each other, trying to get back up towards the front. Take a look at this battle going on back here. I've been watching on the speed chart over here, this battle going on, and these cars are all jostling for position coming into turn number 3. Couple more cars on the pit road. Jason Longridge, Mike Veith on pit road. Jamie Barkas still with over a second and a half lead over Zach Wetstein. It makes me wonder when these guys are going to start making their pit stops. As Garrett Kinder, the first playoff driver to make his way down onto pit road. We'll have to see if Kinder decides to use his reset or if he's just going to hold off on it until a caution comes out, if we get a caution. He hits his pit stall. Can't see the left side of the car from this point of view. Let's see if we can get a look here at this left side. He does not get the damage fixed, so he's going to hold off on that fast repair. He's going to be down and away as Jamie Barkas. Oh, we see Zach Wetstein on pit road, Christian Dedman, and Aaron Adcock. So the other three of our playoff drivers on pit road currently. Zach is down and away. Christian's down and away. Aaron Adcock is down and away. That's going to give the lead to Kyle Roberts. Kyle Roberts having a great run here. Currently leading off strategy. Brandon Wallace, Tyler Rice, Jason Day, and how about Peg Leg Phelps having a tough go at it now? There's still a lot of damage to the right side of that truck. Another driver opting to hold on to the reset a little bit longer. As Peg Leg's going to come down on the pit road. The real battle, though, is for the championship, and Zach Wetstein gets out in front of Jamie Barkas, Christian Dedman, Garrett Kinder. And he's got about a 2-second lead over the 15 of Barkas. And Christian Dedman, Garrett Kinder, Aaron Adcock running all the way back in 13th at the moment. So if the race was to end right now, Zach Wetstein would be your champion. As he still has about a 2-second lead. So about a 3-second lead over the next champion rival of Christian Dedman. Looks like that damage is still slowing down that 13 of Kinder. He can't run real well by himself. If he's back in the pack, he's all right. But once he gets out in front, he's in trouble.
Charging battery.
We see Kinder under attack by Patrick Drabick here, and Jesse Necula and Aaron Adcock right behind as well. Brandon Wallace finally comes down onto pit road, giving up the lead. And that'll put Zach Wetstein fully in the lead by himself. But Jamie Barkus is coming pretty quick. He's cut into Zach's lead. And Jamie is currently flying. Take a look at the delta between Zach and Jamie here. And that lead that was just almost 2 seconds is down under 0.4, 0.3. I wonder if Zach's just riding slow, saving fuel, saving tires, and trying to pull a strategy win here. As we can see, the speed difference is almost a second a lap between Jamie Barkus and Zach Wetstein. Maybe Zach using a little strategy here, trying to make it to the end on one stop. Travick has gotten around the 13 of Garrett Kinder, and now that Kinder's got a little drafting help, he's able to maintain speed that he wasn't able to running by himself. So Kinder is hoping for a caution to come out so he can get down and get that truck fixed up to get back on pace. Because right now that truck is way off the pace when it's by itself. Now that Barkus is in the lead, it looks like Wetstein is hanging right there with him. So maybe trying to use the draft again to save fuel. It's unusual to see Zach get passed that quickly by somebody. So he must be using some kind of fuel saving or doing something here. Trying to do something different to win this championship here tonight. Christian Dedman, though, still 2 seconds back from Zach as he comes across the line here. And if you look from the back bumper of Dedman, you can see right behind him, Kinder and Adcock, part of that group right behind him. Take a look here at the blimp here. You can just see the difference as we see Drabick starting to pull up. Christian Dedman, that lead is shrinking from behind. They've got a bunch of cars in that back, and they're able to use a draft, almost like a super speedway, to catch themselves back up. But you can see just how far ahead Jamie Barkus and Zach Wetstein are compared to Christian Dedman and the rest of this field. Everybody's kind of running in line right now. Much like we saw in the first race, things kind of settle down, get single file. We have a little battle shaping up back here between Alex Meek and Todd Schott. Kinder has Aaron Adcock all over that back bumper. As Kinder's starting to fall off of Samuel Drabick Patrick Drabick just a little bit. As we're seeing that damage really starting to hurt that 13 machine. Shocked if next time they go into the pits if he gets that damage, he takes that reset to get that truck back up to speed. As we're seeing right now, it's just hurting him out there. He's not getting past, but you can tell the speed is just not there for that 13 machine. Christian Denman now has Drabic all over his back bumper. Well, this could help us. This could push Christian up towards the front here to try to battle with Zach Wetstein. But here comes Drabic looking down to the inside. Oh, coach has a little connection issue there. And just noticing that the coach has a little bit of damage to the right rear of that machine as well. So that could be slowing down that 3 truck just a little bit. Up front, Jamie Barkas now has pulled away from Zach Wetstein by quite a bit. Over a second. As Barkas, again, not a championship driver, just out there to get the win. So Katie Monroe say, go Garrett. Another driver cheering on Mr. Kinder, who currently sits back in the 6th position. As Jamie Barkas is working around the lap truck of Jason Lottridge. Lottridge throws a bit of a block there on Barkas. Lottridge is going to race him here, trying to stay on the lead lap. Barkas has the big run on the high side, able to get around the 48 machine. Side-by-side battle here between Patrick Drabic and Christian Denman. Again, they're continuing to go at it. Drabic is going to get that position away from the coach. They work their way into turns 1 and 2. And we are just a few laps away from halfway. Let's take a look at our championship driver, Zach Wetstein, currently running in 2nd position. Highest running championship driver, so if the race was to end right now, Zach would be your champion. Christian Denman and Patrick Drabic been swapping positions back and forth. Up into the 3rd position, Aaron Adcock up in the 5th. And then Garrett Kinder in 6th. So that's where your 4 championship drivers run in the field right now. For everybody but Zach, they're out there hoping a caution would come out so that they can get back on pace with Zach. But as it looks right now, the field is pretty much spread out. I see Brandon Wallace and Mike Veith battling back here for position. William Griffith back on pit road. Jamie Barkas goes by and has almost a second and a half lead over Zach Wetstein. So I think Zach is right along with Zach here. We'll see how early he's lifted. And it sounds like he's staying in the throttle pretty well. So doesn't sound like he's saving fuel. It's tough to say what's going on with that 4 truck. Maybe he's got a little bit of damage from that contact with Aaron Adcock earlier. As these 2 drivers are still battling side by side. just past halfway. You see, I believe that was William Griffith up in front. Yep, that 12 truck. Just came off of pit road, and see the difference in speed that this 12 machine has. New paint job for the bulldozer himself. You see Griff, just the difference that speed makes, or tires make out there is Zach has just got passed by a couple drivers that just came off pit road. Mike Veith all the way down to the bottom of the track, got a little loose off the corner. Able to hold on to it though. You see Zach Wetstein trying to get around the 9 machine. Looks like he's really struggling coming off of turn number 2. Fortunately, giving Zach plenty of room to get by. As Patrick Drapick has officially gotten around Christian Dedman, and he's starting to pull away a little bit. Aaron Adcock, though, starting to run down the coach, along with Garrett Kinder and the rest of the field here. But it's going to have to be a strategy call if they're going to have anything for Zach Wetstein tonight. See Brandon Wallace saying up to the high side, out of the way. Front, Zach Wetstein continues to fall back from Jamie Barkus. As you see, William Griffith just getting around Zach here on those fresher tires. And again, I wonder if anybody's going to try a little short pit like we saw in the first race tonight. Cars can go about 45 laps on fuel, unless you're saving like Zach might have been in the first run. You can see a couple cars just come down pit road, like William Griffith. There's this battle back here. Everybody's kind of minding their P's and Q's, running this race smart. Not making any aggressive moves, knowing that's a long race. Kinder's just hoping to get down pit road to get his reset done so he can get back up to speed as the field is coming up on the lap truck of Mike Veith. Christian Deadman now has Aaron Adcock all over his back bumper. Let's see, Veith getting loose there right in front of Gary Kinder. That's got to be a moment for Kinder. Mike Veith is sideways, able to hold on to it. What a save for that 9 machine, trying to stay out of the way of the leaders. Got really, really loose down on the apron. He's able to hold on to it. So you watch this pack up here, continuing to lose ground. As the gap from Patrick Drabick, Zach Wetstein is just over 6 seconds and growing. So Zach not gaining on Jamie all that much. In fact, it's been pretty much staying steady at around a half a second, but they continue to pull away from third place. Patrick Drabick and the rest of the field back there. So as we work lap 80 of 134, imagine these guys are starting to think about green flag pit stops again. We know Garrett Kinder was one of the first cars to come down pit road the first time. It makes me wonder if he's going to try to run that same strategy, kind of force everybody else's hand. Because once one of these championship trucks pits, they're all going to have to come down pit road or they're going to lose a ton of time. Although Zach's built up enough of a lead as he's almost 7 seconds up on Patrick Drabick that I don't think he's going to worry about it now. He's starting to run down Jamie Barkas quite a bit now. That lead is 0.2 seconds. You're seeing the gap shrink. And Zach knows that he's not going to be able to make it to the end. We are going to have one more pit stop. See the 10 of Dave Jones coming down on the pit road. Zach continues to run right there in the tire tracks of Jamie Barkas. So Zach's actually saving fuel, hanging right there behind Jamie as well. And I think that's just kind of been his goal right now, is to save as much fuel as he can. As he's now right there on the back bumper of Jamie Barkas, but not trying to make the pass. A little further back in the pack, we see this battle is going on here as Deadman is now under attack from Aaron Adcock. Here goes Kinder looking down to the bottom, trying to help Kinder. Almost some contact between Deadman and Adcock. Kinder looking to the inside of his Reaper Racing teammate. But not able to make any moves happen. So now we've got lap traffic. That's Alex Vieth staying out of the way of our leaders here. Again, 3 out of the 4 championship drivers in this little group here. But Zach Wedstein just pulling away as Jamie Barkas is the first car on pit road. Aaron Adcock coming down the pit road as well. Our first championship driver coming down the pit road. Follow him down to his pit stall. See if he gets to his pit stall clean. Slides right to a stop. We saw the front end of that truck just did pop out a little bit, so it looks like he might have had a little bit of damage to the right front of that truck that was slowing him down. So he's down and away. Zach Wedstein still out on track. Garrett Kinder, Christian Dedman out on track. So Aaron Adcock, your first driver of our playoff drivers to come to pit road. I imagine that Kinder and Coach will come down together. So here they come down onto pit road as well. Oh, Coach cooks it. I don't think he got down the speed. Kinder had to check up from running in the back of him. They come sliding down to their pit stalls, see if they're able to get in without sliding them. Dedman does come to a stop. Kinder to a stop. Zach on pit road as well. Kinder missed his stall, had to back up. Zach Wedstein is down and away. Coach was able to get down the speed. He's down and away. Kinder gets that damage fixed. You can see that right side of that truck, or left side of that truck looks good now. Although him missing his box, he's going to lose a ton of time. It's going to put Chuck Pegleg Feltz out into the lead when everything cycles through. Zach's going to be your leader, but right now Chuck, looking like he's going to stay down to the bottom here. Looks like he's coming down to pit road this time. So that's going to give Jamie Barkas the actual lead of the race, with Zach Wedstein about 3.5 seconds behind him. Aaron Adcock 5 seconds behind Zach. So Aaron, Christian, and Garrett. The only thing that those three can hope for right now is a caution to bunch the field back up. That's their only chance, unless Zach Wedstein makes a huge error or has some huge issues. We still have plenty of laps to go. And anything can happen, as we know and have seen here in the original Rebels Racing League. Dedman is right back on the back bumper of Patrick Drabick. Dedman still has that little bit of damage to the right rear, but it doesn't look like it's hurting him too much. She's able to run back down to the back bumper of Patrick Drabick. And that last lap, your fastest car on track was the 13 of Garrett Kinder. So Kinder pushing hard, trying to get himself back into contention here for the championship. He's got Jeff Paisley right behind him to give him a little bit of a push. Kevin Kinder's on YouTube calling for a caution. Sure, Garrett's saying that there's debris in turn 3. Maybe rain in turn 2. As Aaron Adcock currently running in the 3rd position. But again, Zach Wettstein with almost a 7-second lead. Oh, Jamie Barkus comes down on the pit road. And Barkus, a lot of damage to the right side of that truck. I don't know what happened to Barkus there. Let's see if we can see what happened to Barkus. A lot of damage to that truck. I want to rewind just a little bit. I'm sorry. We got to figure out what happened to Barkus here, as he was having such a great run. And I know these guys are wanting a caution here, and he's got a lot of damage to both sides of that truck. Oh, he got up into the wall. Almost had the caution there. There's a couple cars getting caught up with him as well. He's got a fresh truck now. That is the brake that Kevin Kinder says oil on the track. That is the brake that Garrett Kinder, Aaron Adcock, and Christian Denman needed, but just didn't finish. As Aaron Adcock's now getting passed by the 07 of Patrick Drabick. The 84 of Jesse Nekula comes on by as well. Christian Denman right behind as well. And this would be the race for the championship if something was to happen to Zach here. Zach is continuing to pull away. He's got an 8-second lead over Patrick Drabick. So Zach right here running behind his father has got this big group of cars in front of him. He's hoping it stays straight in front of him, because the last thing that he wants is a caution or to be caught up in a caution. This group here led by Pegleg, Josh Lokovitz, Kyle Roberts, Sam Wettstein in front of him. A little battle going on here as Kyle Roberts was just looking to the inside of Lokovitz. While they're battling for position, that's not what Zach wants to see, because he wants to see this race go green to the end. Garrett Kinder pushing Jeff Paisley forward. They're going to try to catch back up to Christian Denman and Aaron Adcock. They are gaining on that group in front of them. I don't think there's going to be enough time for them to gain the speed that they need. Still this battle going on right in front of our leader. Zach tucks in behind Kyle Roberts, now looks down to the inside to put Roberts a lap down. See, these lap trucks are not going easily. They almost were going to be 3 wide in front of Zach, and that's not what he wants to see. Sam Wettstein's trying to get around Josh Lokovitz. The lap truck Jason Lottridge right here in the mix as well. A bunch of different trucks at different speeds here. That could spell disaster. But that could be the break that Deadman, Kinder, and Adcock need. See Zach going by on the high side. Gets around Sam and Kyle Roberts. Now he's working on Josh Lokovitz. A little further back, Jesse Necula looking down to the inside of Patrick Drabick, not quite able to make that move. Still got a battle going on back here right in front of Zach now. See the 5 of Grunwald. He was just on pit road. So he's on pit road a little while ago, so he's got older tires in this group here. Zach's doing everything he can to run a clean race and not get caught up in anything and lose his chances at the championship. Kyle Roberts diving down to the bottom, trying to look underneath Sam Wetstein. Just not able to make that move happen. See the 12 of William Griffith just off pit road. Much fresher tires here. Moving his way through the field. Couple laps down, Griff is. That lead, though, that Zach has built is now almost 9 seconds over Patrick Drabick. And continuing to pull away. We have 25 laps to go here for the championship. Are we going to have 25 green flag laps? Can Zach hold on for this championship, or is the yellow going to come out and spoil it for him? Jesse Necula all over the back bumper of Patrick Drabick as they come down the front stretch. Come by the lap truck of Mike Veith. Aaron Adcock now battling, trying to get by the 9, which he does. Now Garrett Kinder just got passed by the lap truck of Jamie Barkus. Barkus, we know, is a little bit quicker. He had that damage that he just got fixed. Now he's back out on track, trying to salvage a good run here in the finale here. So a tough break for Kinder. Getting that damage early, getting him off speed, off pace. Sliding through his pit stall, almost running into the back of his teammate coming into the pits. So everything going the wrong way for Kinder tonight. And the only thing that he can hope for right now is a yellow flag. Patrick Drabick and Jesse Necula still going at it. Necula keeps taking a look down to the inside. But Drabick able to get that big run on the high side to keep him out in front. So after this race, the original Rebels will be taking a couple weeks off. We'll fire back up in a couple weeks. While the original Rebels are taking a break, don't forget that we still will have racing here on Intensity Broadcasting almost every night during the week. Sundays will be off for a couple weeks, Saturdays and Sundays, while the Sunday Cup Series and original Rebels have their little vacation. Monday and Tuesday we have the Extreme Forces Racing League. Wednesdays we've got the doubleheader with the Mayhem Modifieds, and then the SCSRA Xfinity Series. Thursday we'll have Thunderstruck. Friday we'll have the original Rebels Xfinity Series. So plenty of racing still on Intensity. So don't forget to check out all of our racing. You can hit like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that little bell, that little notification. Get notified when we're live. I saw Derek Chaput earlier watching this race. He races in the SCSRA. Out here supporting the other series. As we know, there will be a versus race between the SCSRA and the original Rebels. I believe that is slated for December 4th. So you're not going to want to miss that. That's going to be an awesome little grudge match race. A lot of personalities in both leagues, and a lot of similarities with some of the personalities in each league. So Zach Westside continuing the lead here. His lead 9 seconds over Patrick Dravick, as Griff was just up in the wall right in front of Zach. Not what Zach wanted to see, so that 12 truck continues to have some issues here. He made hard contact with the outside wall. See, the right side of that truck is all tore up. That was a caution that these guys back here were hoping for. Aaron Adcock still has Christian Dedman. These guys are still running 4th and 5th. Garrett Kinder back in the 7th position. So Katie asks for the non-racing folk, how does pit stops work? Well, just like in real racing, the tires wear out as the race goes on. The harder you push, the faster the tires wear out, the less grip you have, the slower you're going to go. Also, as the race goes on, you're burning fuel just like in real life. So that's simulated as well. So as the race goes on, the trucks get lighter, the fuel load gets lower, and the trucks do have to come down the pit to take 4 tires in fuel. These trucks can change 4 tires and get 18 gallons of fuel in about 14 seconds. So just like in real life, these guys have to come down and take tires and fuel when needed. And right now, these guys should be able to make it to the end on the fuel load they have. However, if the caution was to come out, we know these guys would come down pit road just to take fresh tires, because fresh tires mean more grip. More grip means that you can go faster and make moves that you normally wouldn't be able to make on older tires. As the tires wear out and get hotter, they have less traction, and that's when you start to see trucks slip around, like see Aaron Adcock slide up towards the wall there. Oh, big move there. Aggressive move for the 16. I'm sorry, the 15 of Jamie Barkas. We know he's on fresh tires. We know he's a couple laps down. And you're seeing a little difference of what fresher tires can make, as he was able to make the move around Aaron Adcock. Even though it's not from position, he's just trying to march himself forward. little battle back here. Jim McClendon and Jason Day side by side. Day's going to take that position away. Garrett Kinder looking down to the inside of Jeff Paisley. Kinder trying to take that 6th position away, and he does. So with 10 laps to go, all Kinder and Adcock and Dedman can hope for is a caution flag to come out. Otherwise, Zach Wettstein with his 10-second lead, all he has to do is put that truck in cruise control and just ride on home to the championship. Nine laps to go here at Las Vegas. Jesse Necula still trying to get around Patrick Drabick here. Come up on the lap car of Josh Lokovitz. Necula hit those bumps just a little wrong, sent him up the track. Talking about that earlier in the race, just how bumpy that turn 1 is. Really easy to get out of shape and get yourself in some trouble. As Jamie Barkas and Josh Lokovitz are racing for position here. We see a couple races within the race here. Ratchet Miller says pretty sure there's a shot from the 12 truck laying out on the track. Throw the caution. And Jesse Necula is all over the back bumper of Patrick Drabick here as they come across the line. 7 laps to go here. I think if Jesse was to accidentally get into the back of that 07, I think Jesse would gain quite a few friends here towards the back of the pack. I know Zach wouldn't be too happy, but I'm sure Aaron, Christian, and Garrett would be. This mess of cars, all on different tire strategies, all on different speeds. Got 3 wide, Aaron Adcock in the middle. Trying to make some last-ditch moves here. He's going to get around the lap cars, and he's going to try to set his sights on the 84 Jesse Necula. So Aaron Adcock, even though he's out of the championship hunt, trying to maintain a good finish here in the season finale. Kinder has pulled away from Jeff Paisley. He's running all by himself now. He's really turned on the afterburners, but too little too late as we have just 5 laps to go here. And again, unless something catastrophic happens out on track, it's going to be all over for Garrett Kinder. Here comes Necula, still looking down to the inside. Trying to get that move to the inside to work, but not able to get there. Aaron Adcock now to the back bumper of Necula, trying to get up to the podium here. Necula now looking underneath again, just not able to make that move work. So they come down the front stretch. We have just 3 laps to go here to finish it. Zach Wettstein is halfway down the backstretch. Zach's coming across the line. Popsicle sticks are up in the air. We got 2 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Zach's got his father right behind him, and Zach's just on cruise control. He's not a care in the world right now. He's backed off his lap times. He's just letting drivers by right now, and he's just trying to hold on. He comes off of turn number 4. If we see the white flag, which we do, white flag is in the air, just 1 lap, 4 corners to go for Zach Wettstein. No caution's gonna fly now as the white flag is out. Zach's just gotta hold on for another half a lap, and he's gonna wind up with the Original Rebels Racing League Truck Series Championship as he comes off a turn number 4. And Zach Wettstein will be your champion here in the Original Rebels Racing League. Aaron Adcock does get around Patrick Drabick. Oh, a little wreck behind, and Aaron Adcock will be your 3rd place finisher. Christian Dedman comes home 4th, and Garrett Kinder comes home in the 6th position. So a tough break for those guys, but what a great run here for the 4 of Zach Wettstein. Getting the win and the championship tonight. He's going to get himself a celebration here on the front stretch. And his celebration will be rolling down the backstretch. A couple comments here as Zach's got. Remember, Zach runs in VR, so that's no fun for him to be flying around like that. A lot of congratulations for Zach up in the chat here, as it's well deserved for that 4 machine. Let's take a look at your results as the Demolition Derby continues. And Zach Wettstein wins the race and the championship here tonight. Jesse Nekula comes home 2nd. Aaron Adcock, Christian Dedman, and Patrick Drabick come home in 5th. 6th is going to be Garrett Kinder, Jeff Paisley, Josh Oswald, Spencer Gay, Todd Schott round out your top 10. Charlie Elmore, Chuck Pegleg Feltz, Sam Wettstein, Kyle Roberts, Tyler Rice, your top 15. 16th, Jamie Barkas. 17th, Josh Lokovitz. 18th, Jason Day. 19th, Brett Grunwald, Alex Veith, Jim McClendon, Mike Veith, Brandon Wallace. William Griffith, Davy Jones, Jason Lotridge, Joshua Short. Actually, it's Mickey Isaac in the 01. And Charles Stevens Jr. round out your field. But your winner tonight, the 04. I'm sorry, the 4 of Zach Wettstein. Let's see if our top 3 are ready for interviews here. So waiting for Aaron Adcock to join the waiting room. Talk to your 3rd place finisher, Aaron Adcock. Aaron, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Josh.
Man, great job tonight, coming home 3rd. I know it's not where you wanted to be at the championship, but definitely a hard-fought race, and strategy got the best of you here tonight. Did the Zach strategy kind of really throw you guys off here for a loop tonight?
I don't know that it really come down to strategy, really. Maybe, with his strategy, but the damage I took in turn 1 and 2 didn't help me none, so it was just a matter of catch up all night. But I just held on as long as I could. I didn't want to short pit too early, but once I come in and got tires and kind of got grouped back up, it just wasn't nothing I could do at that point. But it just is what it is, and hopefully we'll bounce back from this and next season be in a different position.
For sure. And I know the contact between you and Zach there must have made you too happy when it happened. But was there damage from that? Because from our view, we didn't see any damage on it. So was the truck handling different after that?
Yeah, a little bit. I think my tires were I'd been running it kind of hard at that point. We were on, I think it was 20 something laps. And when I went into pit road the first time, I had 3.1 seconds of damage. So I don't know if it was a little bit of motor damage or what it was, but it didn't feel right. And it could have just been a little bit of tire slide or something like that. But, I was going back and rewatching the replay, and it is what it is. I'm gonna put that in my pocket, and I'll remember it for a long time. So we'll go on to next season.
For sure. Before we let you go tonight, anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give?
Yeah, I want to thank all my family, my friends that have been watching, my mom and dad and grandparents, and my Uncle Tracy, and my wife and little girl. The wife and daughter are the backbone behind this. I say it every chance I get, and without them letting us do this, it'd be hard to do without support from your spouse. So big shout out to her. Just want to tell her how much I love her. Today is the second anniversary of her dad passing away, and I ran this truck tonight in honor of him. So I was racing with a big heart and a heavy heart. So couldn't quite get it done, but it is what it is, and I just hope I made her proud and hope I made him proud. And Jimmy at Apex Sim Racing, I appreciate everything he does for us, and saying thank you, Josh, for broadcasting this doubleheaders for the last, I don't know, what's it been, seems like 20 weeks. But appreciate everything you do for this league and all the admins, and it's just a great group of guys. It's been a lot of fun this season, and look forward to getting the next season started.
For sure. And yeah, definitely, I've had a lot of fun calling these races the doubleheaders for the last, like you said, it feels like forever. And yeah, Madison did say that she was loving the truck paint scheme, so she did make a comment about that in the chat tonight. So glad to see you run in the paint scheme that you did. And as we move on to next season, we hope to talk to you again soon.
That's right. I appreciate it, Josh, and we'll see y'all next season.
So that was your third place finisher tonight, Aaron Adcock. Let's bring in, give me 1 second, I just want to check something here.
Dang, coach is backing off a lot, and I looked over and I was like, oh.
Hell yeah, I do. Come on now.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you want to, Josh.
I've got some shit to say.
Oh, is he? Are you really gonna? Are you gonna say something, Gary?
I'll say something.
All right, cool.
Since Jesse didn't jump into the booth here, we're gonna pull in our all of our playoff drivers here tonight, all of our championship 4. Christian Coach Deadman in next. Christian, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Man, Coach, that was a tough fought race there. I know Zach seemed to be the absolute class of the field, but a lot of hard racing between the 4 of you there at the beginning. Does strategy kind of get you off there? I know you kind of almost cooked it in the pit lane there, but able to get it slowed down. Did that kind of hurt your race there?
No, really. Zach just ran like the perfect race. He had a really good job, kind of long run. I was really struggling the first 2 green flag cycles. They're kind of at the end of the run. So that's really what hurt me. There at the end, I was thinking that maybe Aaron was going to run out of fuel because he pit a couple laps before me, and then maybe Zach being out in the open didn't get as good mileage as I did, so I kind of backed it off. But man, Zach just ran such a good race that I don't think there was anything I could do to catch him.
Perfect. Well, we had a great race overall. Did that damage you had a little bit on the right rear? Did that hurt you at all? Did you know about that, or did that hurt you at all, or you just lose?
I didn't even realize that I had any damage, honestly. So I'd like to say that was the reason for me being slow, but really I just think it was just kind of struggling, just kind of late run with the old tires. I just didn't handle it as well as I probably should have.
Well, as the season came down to an end, you had a great run there towards the end. Anybody you want to thank? Anyone to shout out before we let you go here tonight?
Shout out to everybody over at Reaper Racing. Those guys have been just the best team I could ask for, helping me out every step of the way. Big shout out to Zach. Congrats to him. You know, he had a great season last year, and then just kind of fell short at the end. And to see him actually bring it home this year, that was cool for a former teammate. So shout out to everybody in the league. It's been a great time, and can't wait to run it back next season.
Awesome, man. Well, again, thanks for talking with us tonight. Congrats on the fourth place finish, which puts you third in the championship finish tonight. And hopefully next season we'll talk to you again.
All right, sounds good.
All right, we're going to bring in our sixth place finisher here tonight, Garrett Kinder. Garrett, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Josh.
Man, tough break here for you tonight. Again, a lot of damage to the left side of that machine. Really got you off pace. Able to get kind of caught back up there at the end. It seemed like if you were in the draft, in traffic, you were okay, but once you kind of got set alone, it really hurt you there. Do you think if you didn't have that damage, you might have had something there for Zach?
I think if non-factor in the playoffs wouldn't have done what he did the very first of the race, that I definitely would have had something for Zach. But, you know, that's what you get whenever you race with people like that. Man, we did the best we could. We tried to salvage what we could for the Kinder Farm Ranch Silverado. But, yeah, tough to battle back after getting dumped out of the lead. Clean air is everything here.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I was kind of surprised you didn't take that reset early on in the first pit stop. Saved it for the end. Did you think there was going to be a few more cautions throughout the race? Or
Yeah, there were some guys that were some darts without feathers out there that I was fully expecting to dump it, but it never happened. So you win some, you lose some. Today, with a little bit of assistance, we lost it.
Yeah, we had a lot of people in the chat saying there was oil on the track. There was a shock off the 12 laying on the track, hoping for a caution for you. And you just didn't get it. So before you let you go, though, I know you got a lot of people you want to thank.
Yeah, we've had a good season. Made all the way to the Final Four once again. Just came up short. So of course, got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch, Ratchet Speed Shop, Big Frig Coolers, and Cross 5 Cattle Coolers. If y'all want to keep stuff hot, keep stuff cold for longer and for cheaper than anybody else, make sure you look up Big Frig and Cross 5 Cattle Coolers. Wolfpack Racing, Ray Page over there, he's a heck of a guy to know. Very well in touch with the racing industry, so heck of a dude to know. And then, of course, got to thank all my teammates over at Reaper Racing. Big shout out to Coach for finishing up. I believe he got third place overall in the season, so big shout out to him. And, of course, good job to Zach. Bring it home.
Yeah, you can never be disappointed when you finish in the top four. And again, I know next season you it sounds like you got a little chip on your shoulder to prove something next season.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Have a great week.
Thanks.
So that was your fourth place in points, Garrett Kinder. Let's bring in the winner of the race and the winner of the championship, Zach Wedstein. Zach, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, congratulations on the win. Not just the race, but the championship. That's got to feel real good after the season you had last year.
Oh, yeah, man. To show up and actually get the championship this time felt great. You know, it definitely sucked last season, especially not even winning a race in the playoffs. So to win a decent amount of races in these playoffs, and the most important one of them all, definitely was nice.
Now, you seem to really be the class of the field. I noticed on that last run, you kind of slowed down. You let Barkus get by you, and then you kind of ran him back down and passed him. Were you saving fuel, or did you just have something different strategy you were running right there?
So with that, I was just taking it easy, to be honest with you. And I wasn't saving fuel. I was saving tires just because I could at that point. I was so far ahead of not so far ahead, but I was ahead of enough of the other playoff drivers that I just wanted to take it really easy on my tires, not give them a chance to catch me on the long run, because we had a bunch of them tonight. And so I just let them by. I was like, you know what? That's not my race tonight. You know, all I had to do was finish ahead of 3 other drivers, not him. So I let him by, and unfortunately, I think a driver made contact with him, and that's how I was able to get to the lead. But things happen, and the only thing I can do there is take advantage of it. I can't, change some contact that happened between two other drivers.
For sure, and I'm sure as the race was going on, you must have had that in the back of your mind that a caution was going to come out late and destroy that 9-second lead you had. Is that kind of in the back of your mind? Were you kind of worried about that?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I mean, once we got to like 20 to 25 laps, that's when I was like, okay, whenever a caution comes out here, I'm not going to be surprised, just because I thought that's how it ended up happening. And because it took a while for tires to really matter. It took about 15-20 laps for the tires to actually start to show. And so I knew that once we got to 20 laps or less, it was not going to be a shootout, but it was going to be hard racing for 20 straight laps if it made it to that. So really happy a caution didn't come out. Obviously, I started to save there at the end just because fuel was starting to get kind of close, and I didn't want to risk it, especially with that lead. So everything worked out, and I'm just happy it did.
For sure. Well, again, congrats on the win. Congrats on the championship. I know Sam must be extremely proud and happy. I saw him in the room there talking with you. And before we let you go, anybody you want to shout out, any thanks you got to give tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I forgot to shout him out the last couple times, so I want to make sure to do that. Adam Lang, he made my paint scheme, me and my dad's paint scheme, and he did a great job with it, with the newly named Hoosier Motorsports. So I just want to really send out my thankfulness for him doing our paint scheme, because I forgot to the last couple weeks, and I felt really bad about it. My dad, like you said, racing with us tonight, racing with us all season, he got a lot better and supported me, and especially tonight supported me, and he was really happy. My mom, entirety of Rebels, you got William, or Griff, we call him in the league, for taking over kind of in the beginning of the season, and he did a great job. All the admins, you, Intensity Broadcasting, for doing a great job all season, and I watched the first race tonight, and you did a great job as usual. So just shout out to you guys, and looking forward to seeing more future broadcasts with this truck series on there. And of course, the regular Hull Heat. Sorry, I kind of forgot the name of it, so I'm gonna have to get that. That's my fault right there. Hull Heating and Sheet Metal with Ken Farmer. Thin Blue Line USA, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Southwest T-Shirt Design, Shappy Edits, Smell Racing Designs does a bunch of paint schemes for us. Magic Mike Motorsports, Seth Griffith, like I said earlier, Chuck Feltz, and P&J Motorsports.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the championship, and now you got to have a little target on your back next season as you try to defend this thing. You looking forward to that?
Oh, absolutely, and apparently I have a personal target on my back, and I won't say names just because that's not my doing, but I think you know who I'm talking about. So it's going to be a fun season next season. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing what the schedule is going to be like, and like I said, the broadcast being put out.
Well, I'm hoping you guys have at least like 6 road courses, because I will.
I'm gonna have to channel my inner Chase Elliott.
Yeah. Again, congrats, and we'll talk to you again next season.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it. Zach Wettstein is your winner tonight. Not just the winner of the race, but winner of the championship. So congratulations go out to him. I want to congratulate Josh Oswald tonight. He's going to be your Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winner tonight. Having the moving up 18 spots from where he started today. Of course, let's bring up the P&J Motorsports Hard Luck Award. That's going to have to go to Garrett Kinder, who made contact early on in the race and unfortunately cost him a chance at a championship here tonight. So
What's up, John? Oh,
that's going to be the rest of our awards going out tonight. Again, we want to thank everybody who stuck around with us all season long here on the Intensity Broadcasting with the original Rebel Series, both races, the doubleheader here on Sunday nights. Don't forget to join us next season as well. We will get that information out to you in a little bit when the season's going to restart. I do know that there is a new website out there that these guys have. It is, let's see if I can find this real quick. And you can keep up with points, keep up with stats. Sam Wetstein is working on that. That is the ORRleague.com. That's ORRleague.com. And I will actually put that in the chat here so you guys can find that as well. And you can keep up with all the information with the Original Rebels League, all their leagues. So check that out as well. And as always, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Don't forget, we do have racing 7 nights a week here on Intensity Broadcasting. So join us anytime you need to get your racing fix. Again, my name's Josh Hall on behalf of Intensity Broadcasting and the Original Rebels League. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And as always, as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over